Greetings, I'm Dr. Al Freeman, Director of LCMS School Ministry, and I'm joined by Reverend Paul Albers, who's the Education Executive for the Rocky Mountain District. Paul, if you'd talk to us about the great things happening with Lutheran schools in the Rocky Mountain District, and also just maybe the district itself, because you cover a lot of territory.
We do.
A lot of geography there.
We do, yeah. Thanks, Al. It's good to be with you. So Rocky Mountain Districts is Colorado, Utah, New Mexico, and a little bit of Texas, El Paso. So we're comprised of one high school, 20-some elementary schools, and over 30 early childhood centers. So life is good in the Rocky Mountain District, actually. A lot of miles to travel, but great ministry happening there.
Yeah, it's always fun to travel out to see the schools. A lot of what we do as education executives
Absolutely.
is go to the school, meet with the administrator, walk around, see the educators, give them thanks for their ministry and what they're doing.
Yep.
And I know that there's a lot of great things happening in the Rocky Mountain District. Tell us just some of the highlights, the amazing ministries that are going on in Rocky Mountain District.
You know, like most of the schools in the country, we were really blessed by COVID, frankly. It exposed a lot of people to what they were restrained by and what opportunities we had in our schools. So even though we were affected and a lot of wear and tear on our administrators and teachers like everywhere else, parents flocked to our schools, and it gave us great opportunity. We've seen quite a few baptisms, new families coming in, probably a marked increase in the last couple of years, which has been amazing. Our early childhood centers are just, most of them are at capacity with huge waiting lists, which is great to see. And almost all of our elementary schools have had an increase in enrollment. And our high school, by God's grace, is growing like crazy. I know you know that. You were there.
Absolutely.
Helping us with accreditation last year.
A great place, yeah, building on facilities and connected with a church that's right there as well. Just
Absolutely.
an amazing ministry connection that's happening there.
Yeah, so, really, my job is easy. They don't need a whole lot, and they just excel. I try to stay out of their way and give them what they need, so.
Well, and you give them a lot of what they need, and that's encouragement, support, resources. That's what education executives do.
Right.
And also to meet the challenges that go on, because we know that there are challenges that arise, and we need those levels of support to deal with that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have them in the Rocky Mountain District. I mean, we teacher supply, aging number of teachers, far fewer Lutheran teachers in our schools, maybe than many districts. And in some cases, even non-Christians on staffs in limited capacity serving and hearing the gospel also, just like the kids. So opportunity and challenges. And frankly, we have a struggle getting people to move to Colorado and Utah and New Mexico for a variety of reasons. Some of them is economic, certainly. And some of it is there just isn't enough administrators for our openings, and it's a tough spot for us.
It's a struggle nationally, right? I mean, we struggle with filling our teaching positions and therefore administrator positions, and we do have the Set Apart to Serve initiative,
which is great.
Church worker recruitment.
I'm thankful to see that happening and moving that into the commission minister realm. I think was a great move.
Absolutely, and to really serve our schools, we have to be out there and we have to be engaged. I know that you always are, traveling out to the schools and making sure that they are aware that you are there and connected. One of the things that has come out of COVID, you mentioned, so many times we say that Lutheran schools are the best kept secret.
Yeah,
and if we can just if we can just get them to come in, they'll experience the relationships, the family environment, the incredible Christ-centered education that we offer. And maybe that is one of the blessings from that. People did come in and got to experience that.
Yeah, I agree with you. And so COVID gave us that opportunity, and I think is it seems to be the church is mourning the cultural shifts that happening. I see that as opportunity.
Absolutely.
Our schools and our churches can shine that bright light of the gospel that we know and believe in a world darkened by sin. And so we can lament the world, or we can shine the light.
Embrace the environment that you're in, because we go with God.
Absolutely.
And anytime we're going with God, which is always, we know that we have exactly what the world needs, and that's the gospel message. And you experience that throughout our Lutheran schools.
Absolutely, we do. Yeah, well, it's a blessing.
Yeah, it is. And you mentioned, too, we have students from a multitude of different backgrounds. Of course, we have those students who are Lutheran that go to Lutheran congregations and continue to be immersed in that word. But we have so many students that are coming from other congregations,
right?
Maybe
or no congregation,
no congregation at all, and we embrace them and the families in our school. And we hear so many stories, don't we, about
and it's amazing to see how ripe they are for the gospel, as compared to even some who have known Jesus for a long time and been a believer for a long time. Not that it's become old hat for them, but there's no freshness and newness to it. And so watching the excitement as the Spirit works to bring people to faith through our teachers and our principals is great.
Yeah. So we plant the seed, the Holy Spirit.
Amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
It's so amazing. What excites you about the future of Lutheran schools in the Rocky Mountain District and maybe just across the nation and overseas?
Well, I think, no matter where the gospel is proclaimed faithfully, the Spirit's going to work. And so being part of that ministry is great. I think for us, the schools that are surviving and thriving are the ones that God's given great opportunity to. And when they grasp it and they go after it, it's fun. It's just fun. And you almost feel like you got to get out of the way.
It's kind of why we're in it, right? It is fun.
Absolutely.
And it's fun to experience that when we get out of our way and we let Him take the lead. And that experience is just incredible.
And for me, at my point in ministry and my age, I find great joy in the new generation coming and grabbing a hold of those reins and experiencing what that leadership's about and being a part of the ministry. That's fun to watch.
It sure is. We give thanks for your work, Paul, your amazing ministry, your work as an education executive, working with the schools, not only in the Rocky Mountain District, but with other education executives. It's a great blessing to have that partnership with you as we serve our schools, we serve our educators, our administrators, families, and as they go out and make disciples for life.
Yeah, thanks, brother. It's great, and I appreciate the work of the school ministry and certainly your leadership there now, new as it is. I know it's a lot for you to catch on to, but you've got a lot of love behind you and support for you, and
absolutely. We're in this together, right?
Yeah,
we are in it together.
No matter what.
And what a blessing that is.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much.
You bet.
Continued
God's
blessings
peace.
on your ministry.
Yeah, absolutely, and yours.
Thank you.